Hello, dear friends. Here we are, another day, another opportunity to learn with who? With our dearest Emmanuel from his book, Words of Life Eternal, psychographed by Francisco Candido Xavier. Emmanuel brings us this beautiful message that he titled Divine Gifts. Dear friends, this message starts with a Bible quote by Paul, the Apostle Paul, in his second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7, that states, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of moderation." So those are the gifts that God has given us: power, love, and moderation. Emmanuel will comment, "Indeed, it was not the Supreme Father who instilled in us the spirit of fear. On the contrary, he abundantly granted us the strength of courage, love, and moderation." Do we feel courageous today? Do we feel capable of loving? Do we feel capable of acting in moderation? So I hope that this message today brings us this reminder that God has granted us strength, courage, love, and moderation. Thus, we are all endowed with resources to develop infinitely the divine gifts of strength, which is moral courage, the divine gifts of love, which is constant service in good, and the divine gifts of moderation, which defines balance. So that's the goal for us, to develop moral courage, courage to do what's right at all times, courage to develop the divine gift of love, which is constant service in the good, constantly delivering the good everywhere we go, and the divine gift of moderation, that is the balance that we need to achieve in this life. However, so we are all endowed with resources. We want to complement this message. Let's go to the Genesis by Allan Kardec. In the chapter about God, we learn that God provides us with everything, his divine providence. And divine providence emanate from God, all the resources that you and I have at our disposal. And as we evolve, as we grow, we are more capable of tapping into those resources to actualize the good in our lives. It's a beautiful way of mechanistically see what we are reading today. However, like the worker who runs away from the machine, believing he can receive the wages of the workshop without the sweat of labor, this is us, right? We desert responsibility, supposing we may obtain the benefits of life without payment, without the effort of self-improvement. So how many of us want shortcuts? You want to do the least and gain the most, right? The worker, under such circumstances, may gain material advantages. However, inwardly, he remains at the level of incompetence because he didn't gain the skills to be competent on the machinery. Likewise, we may enjoy considerations in the earthly sphere, yet within ourselves we remain in the shadow of ignorance. How many spirits, including ourselves, are remaining in the shadow of ignorance because we are enjoying the divine gifts granted to us in this lifetime, and we stay in comfort, we don't stay in service. This is why we generate to our own detriment the climate of fear and the monsters of selfishness, in which the monsters of selfishness, discord, despair, and cruelty develop. Just as many diseases proliferate and decay, right? So when we are idle, when we want to take the shortcut, when we want the advantages without practice, we want to reap the benefits without the work, which is self-improvement, we may lead our own selves to this climate of fear. And in fear, selfishness, discord, despair, and cruelty developed. Look around the world. That's what we're seeing right now. We are in a climate of fear, because we have to come together to raise our vibrational level to continue the work of the good in creating a planet of regeneration. This planetary transition is an active mode. We're not going to sit and watch the planet improve and stay stagnant. We have to do the work. We have to give of ourselves. We have to give our time and resources to help others. All right. What is the to do for today? For at least for the next few days until we come back together. Do not lose yourself, therefore, in restless or destructive ideas of fear. No fear, friends. These fears are capable of ruining the best of impulses. Because if you use courage, love, and moderation, the talents with which the Lord has entrusted you for your own improvement, you will move forward on earth and beyond earth with the light of the heart and the peace of conscience. So today, let's be courageous to do what's right. You're being courageous right now for being here, taking the time to listen, to self-reflect. That's courage. Not putting our head on the sand is courage. Look inwardly is courage. And love is constant service in the good, right? So today we wish for all of us courage, love, and moderation. These talents that God has entrusted us. Remember the parable of the talents. So what are we doing with the talents? Let us joyfully and lovingly develop those divine gifts, work on the talents so we can be rewarded with self-improvement on earth and beyond earth. Dear friends, thank you for your presence, your companionship. Thank you for joining us in these studies, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.